I just found this AI tool that lets you create podcast style video without having to sit down and record everything yourself.
My name is Tina and I am representing your tutor Christina, and in this video you're going to be learning a lot from me. Now if you want videos like this, just like this one you're watching, then you need to stick around to the end of this video because for the purpose of this video I'll be taking us step by step on how you can create your own AI podcast just like the one I created. Now it doesn't have to be just a podcast as well. If you're trying to create images of yourself speaking for free, then this is also the video for you to watch. Now with no further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing you need to do actually is for you to go onto Pinterest and find a studio that suits your vibe. Now when you go onto Pinterest, there are a lot of unique, beautiful studios that you can choose from that people have already shot in, and you can see the way it looks like. All you need to do is to go over, check as many as possible. As you can see, I'm scrolling down in this video. I'm trying to find one that suits me, and this one is really nice. So I'm just going to click on the three dots you're seeing there, and you're just going to download it. Now it's showing that my image has been downloaded. But the next thing I'm going to do, because this is really important, this part is very vital, is for me to go and record my voice. Now why this is important is so that the person speaking or what you create, whatever you decide to animate, speaks with your voice. So you don't need to start trying to tune your voice later on. It's going to speak with your voice. So this is why this very part is very important. So you go over and you record your voice. When you're recording your voice, ensure that you name your voice notes. So you can see here that I recorded Tina 1, Tina 2, Tina 3. So I know which one I'm picking when it's time for me to, get started. Now the next thing for you to do is to go on to ChatGPT or any image creation of your choice. You're going to put in this prompt. If you need this prompt, of course I can send you the prompt wherever you are. You can just ask me in the comment section and I'll share it to you. This prompt is very important, and I'm going to take you step by step on how I was able to create this. Because of this video, I'll be trying out both ChatGPT and Gemini as well. So the first thing you need to do is to take a picture of your face. Make sure your face is bare. I always tell people this because this is going to actually ensure that you get a nice picture that looks like you. Well, the mistake that a lot of people make is the picture they eventually give ChatGPT or any image generation ends up being a picture of them made up or with a filter. And so when the image is trying to create something, it doesn't create it successfully because from the beginning, you're not giving it your bare face. You will see as mine will turn out. When you're creating your image, ensure that it's with your bare face. So when you're putting on, if you tell it to change your makeup, add the makeup, it's still going to turn out looking like you. Now that is the first step. So I'm just going to go over and import pictures of me with my face that is showing my face and in its most natural state. Now once I've imputed this, the next thing I want to do now is to give it a prompt. Prompting is part of the most important of your image creation or whatever you're trying to create. Whatever you're trying to create, ensure that your prompt is up to par, because if your prompt is really good, that means that whatever you're going to create will be good. So if you want this particular prompt, you can ask me in the comment section. I will definitely share it to you, so I don't mind at all. So once I put in that prompt, I'm going to click on send, and as you can see, the image is generating. You just need to wait a few seconds and voila, the image is here. You can see that this image looks like me when I am made up. If you compare these two pictures together, you're going to see that it looks alike. But the problem that I have with the picture from ChatGPT is that it is too saturated. There's a lot of saturation in it. So I'm just going to go back and tell it to reduce the saturation, give me different poses, remove the background for me so that whenever I want to use it, it's not complicated. And you can see that the next thing for me now to do is for me to actually put myself in that seat in the podcast studio. Now that podcast studio, of course, we need to generate it. So we're going to still impute it into ChatGPT, ask it to give us a prompt that we can use to create this image. There are two ways to do this. Is either you tell ChatGPT to turn this portrait image into a 16:9, which is the recommended size for YouTube, or you can do it in another way of asking
it to give you a prompt that can help you to generate a setting like this. So when it gives you that prompt, you now have to put it back in version 9 picture for you using the prompt that you also generated. So you're literally doing nothing, you're just telling it what to do and it's going to get it executed. So that is what I'm about doing now. I'm going to ask it to give me a prompt that I can use to generate this image, something like this but in 16:9. And we're going to wait for a few minutes, and you can see that it has generated the image. Is looking really similar and it's quite beautiful. Now this is the free version I'm using. Nothing I'm using on this tutorial today is going to be paid for. All are going to be free to use. Now once I'm done with that, the next thing I want to do now is to put me in the picture with the AI background. So now I want to put myself in that podcast studio. So I'm just going to also import my pictures, the AI picture, and then the picture of the AI podcast studio, and I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to say put this woman on this couch like she's shooting a podcast video. Now it's going to put me in the seat, and you're going to see what it looks like at the end of the day. Now this looks really perfect, this looks nice, this looks good, and you can see how it looks. I really like it and it looks very natural. So because I want, when I compile my videos, I want my videos to be from different angles, I am going to go ahead and tell it to create me in a different angle, so I can use another angle and another angle. And once is done creating me in various angles, remove the saturation. You can see that the pictures really look nice, they look really nice. Now is where it gets interesting, what we want to create. Now when you're creating a video like this, there are options for you to use. You can either type in what you want your animated person to speak, or you can record. And from the beginning of the video I showed you that I recorded my voice, which I also labeled with names so that I don't get confused when it's time for me to import. So now I'm going to go over to this website. I'll tell you the name of the website when the video ends so that you can understand how to use it first. Now when I come onto this website, there are various things for me to do. The easiest thing for you to do is actually sign up with your Gmail account. So I always create a Gmail account that I use to sign into all these various websites that I always try. So once I'm in that app, I'm just going to go over and import my picture of myself in the podcast studio. It's going to take a bit and then it's loading up, as you can see. So yeah, I'm in this video now. I'm going to also upload my audio, because your audio is actually the important part, and it's very easy for me to bring in the audio because I numbered and I labeled the audio. So now that I brought it in, I'm just going to go ahead and generate. And while you wait for the generation, every time you sign up to this website, you get a free pro download. So I can download it for free, and once I download for free, it's going to be in HD. But if you continue to use it without payment, that means it's going to come out in 720p, which is not so clear version of the HD. So now it's done loading and you can see what my AI video looks like. So this is how you create a podcast. Also, if there are two people in a podcast, I encourage you to use ChatGPT to generate your script. When you generate your script with ChatGPT, you can put it in there and you can say speaker 1, speaker 2, ensure that it's male and female so it's easier for the AI to identify since you're using the free version. So this is the simple way for you to create an AI podcast from the comfort of your home with your smartphone. So you don't need anything too much. This is it. Try this content and you'll be trying it out. Subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications so you're notified when I drop more videos like this. And until next time, bye bye.